In this tutorial we'll be having a look at editing and managing your website slider. One thing to note is that this tutorial is for using the meter slider only, so it will depend on what design you're using. So what we need to do is go into our dashboard. I'm already logged in here, and you'll find the Meter Slider Pro. This is what you need to click on to edit the slider. If you click on this tab, you'll see there's already some images displaying, which are the images which are on our front end here, so these two images. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a few things you may want to do, such as adding or removing an image, changing the slide delay, so the time between the next slide that appears or changes, the order that they appear in, and also adding a link to the image so the actual image is clickable. We wouldn't recommend changing any of these settings you see in the side here other than what we're going to cover in the tutorial, as they've been set up specifically for your design. If there was something you wanted doing in particular other than what we're covering, then it's best just to pop an email into us and we can look into it for you. So first of all, we're going to add and remove an image. So to add a new image to your slider, you just need to press this button here, Add Slide. It's going to bring up your media library, but you can also upload a new image if you wanted to. We're just going to use one of these images. Click Add to Slider, and it's going to add it here. And if we press Save, and then we view the front end of the website and refresh the page, you'll now see that if I click through, the new image has been added to the slider. It's just as easy to remove an image, so if we didn't want this image in the slider anymore, just click on the little delete icon, which you can see which appears here when you hover. Just click that, delete slide, and OK. And then again, make sure you click Save to update the slider. We go back to the front end again, and you'll see now only the two images are appearing again. Okay, so you may want to change the order in which they display, so I'm just going to add that image back in again. It may be that you want this new image we've just added to display first, so we're going to drag and drop that into position, move this one to here. And you'll also need to check that in advanced settings that random is not ticked. If random is ticked, it doesn't matter what order you set here, because they will display randomly, but we want this specific order here, so make sure that's unchecked and drag and drop them into position. And if we click Save again, when we reload the website, this image is now displaying first because that's the one we set, that one second, that one third, and it obviously will loop round continuously. If you want to change the delay between each slide, so the amount of time between them changing automatically, then what you need to look for under advanced settings is this, the slide delay. So currently the setting in here is displayed in milliseconds, so currently it's set to 3 seconds before each slide will change. Whatever you change this to, you need to remember it's in milliseconds, so if we wanted it to be 5 seconds, we put 5,000 in, and then just make sure you click Save again. Finally, we're going to add a link to one of our slides, so let's just say we want to link to the gallery page. What you need to do is copy the link, so it could be for any page in your website, it could be to another website, whatever you want it to be. Copy the full URL, go back into the Meter Slider editor, in the URL field paste that in, so it'll paste in your full URL here. If you wanted to open up in a new window, then you can keep that ticked, but as it's a page within my website, I'm going to keep it as unticked, so it's just going to go there directly. And click Save. Now if we go back to the front end of the website and refresh, you'll see that when I hover now, it's appearing as clickable. So the other slides, just normal, I can't click those. The slide I've added a link to, when I click that, it's now going to take me through to my gallery page. And that's pretty much the basics of managing and editing your website slider. If you do have any problems with anything we've covered in the tutorial, then just let us know.